The Bruins will put total leather and will get started. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires to the tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Bruce. The short hands, it's Hill. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
And the Spartans come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
The Spartans are moving quickly down the field. Trying the left side. And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Trying play action. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Wide open downfield. This guy fits that Spartan quarterback mold, a guy who makes plays, a Jeff Smoker, a Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, a guy that you can depend on. You got to find that guy that can complement who you are and what you are, and so you can get a lot of the fans going, go green, go white. Find the complemented quarterback to this offense.
Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Back to pass, it's Bruce. He's got it. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He'll ride his man on the option. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see the option, and they didn't know exactly how it was going to look specifically. They've seen it a few times early in this game. They've given up some yards, but it looks like they're clamping down on it now, guys, and we know they've got speed. They can go sideline to sideline. Really nice job that time. Getting Hats over to the football, getting to the pitch man in the perimeter of the field, and getting him down on the ground.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision. And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on fourth down. They send the tight end in motion. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Here comes the field goal unit from the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. No good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. The give to the back. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. The Bruins moving the chains on the ground, and they've had some great running backs there. Some have flown under the radar a little bit.
Yeah, guys like Jonathan Franklin. And listen, you can always find elite recruits and great playmakers out there in the Golden State.
Back to throw, it's Kinsey. Finds his tight end. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big game, but makes life really easy on you on second down.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. He'll throw on third down. Makes the catch. Gets it past the marker for a first down, and that's the way we will wrap up the first quarter. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Looking to throw on first down. Firing to the right, complete.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry.
Looking for a chunk play on second and short. Starting to feel a little pressure. Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play. Sparty's defensive front is dominating. They have a great history of doing that.
Man, getting after the quarterback, man, getting off the football, getting upfield, being disruptive, being a great defense that can stop the run and find the quarterback. Man, that's what you like to see if you're a Spartans fan.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He'll pull it down. And he is corralled short of the line to gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Bruins will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
He might want another play. Scanning the field, it's Bruce. Throws to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught. But how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Trying to get behind the defense. He's got it on the left. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Sparty. A great catch and run for 6.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week in the American, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Tulsa is in front. They've answered the bell today, but they still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now. They're up by 10 over Tulane. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking for a man. It's Kinsey. Hauls it in. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
The Bruins with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Throwing right. It's complete. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. That kind of play will send a surge of energy through your offense. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 40. Fast completion, move the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. To the air on 1st down. Here comes the heat. Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking to pass. It's Kinsey. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
And the Bruins come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll send the back in motion. They'll throw on third and short. Makes the catch. It's Jackson. He'll come through on third down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. Wants to go up top on first down. Moving away from pressure. Took a shot as he threw.
Get the quarterback off the spot. Make him flush from the pocket. Put a good hit on. Check, check, check. You want to do everything you can to make the QB uncomfortable. The defense did all three of those on this play and finished it off with a nice lick, nice physical play on the quarterback.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. It squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
Dropping back, it's Kinsey. Under fire. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat. Oh, no, look out for your blind side. Watch out. But they had a great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
The play action fake. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. QB got it himself. He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end.
QB's got to be able to play on so many different levels. They got to read coverages, know the snap count, know what everybody's doing, and then does a great job at the end making something out of nothing, making a positive play, picking up a new set of downs, a new set of problems for this defense.
Looking to throw on first down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Looking for more room. Nice pickup. Gets it to the 20. They move the sticks, and they can still stop the clock.
Boy, and that might be the break this defense needed right before the half. You're down. You need to make a play. They can't score any more points. This one could get out of hand. Now you have set your offense up right before the half to maybe close this gap.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. To the air, it's Duncan. Going for 6. And that one is picked up in the end zone. Got some room to run. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
When you get in the red area, as a quarterback, you got to be dialed in. You got to be really sharp, really crisp. You have to play with great timing. The field is so shrunk. Everybody's got such a little area to cover. Fitting it in tight windows is tough to do, and he failed on that play right there.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Spartans will kick it off to start the second half. And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Wants to throw on first down. Rushes on him. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw him out of rhythm.
One of the big risks about being in an empty set is that you don't have tight ends or running backs helping you out in pass protection. And that time the quarterback got hit right before he let it go, and that's why that ball fell incomplete.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Duncan. Looking to the big tight end. Working the middle. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. More precision throws from this Bruin quarterback, much like a Rick Neuheisel used to play.
Just pinpoint accurate. Put the ball right where you want to. You think about Troy Aikman, you think about some of those other great names in UCLA history.
You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Bring in the heat. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
The noise bouncing off of Sparty's armor as they encourage the green and white on 3rd down. Moving out of the pocket.
careful through the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Fourth down, and this crowd trying to help this defense rise to the occasion. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's going to let it go. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on fourth down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on fourth down.
Takes the handoff. It's Ray. Turning it on. He's run out of bounds at the 23 after the big gainer.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job on the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
Off-play action on first down. Unleashes one. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage. Man, you want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him, got him on the ground too quick.
From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Motion from the wide receiver. Makes the grab. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's just a tremendous individual effort by the defender. He's able to defeat his block and get to the ball and get the ball down on the ground. Very, very nice job.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Yeah, in this part of the field, man, those windows shrink, and it's hard as a quarterback sometimes to really force yourself to throw the football. You're sitting in a good spot in second and goal. Just throw that thing away. Don't take the sack and put you in a bad situation.
Turning to the running game here on third and goal. And they finally ride him down at the 1-yard line.
Interesting decision here if you're the head coach. Just tried to run it on third down. No can do. You've got the touchdown lead, but you really could make a statement. You could really seize a lot of momentum here early in the second half. If you go for it and hit and lead by 14, that's a whole different ballgame.
So they've got the lead. They can make it a 2-score game with a chip shot field goal, but instead, he's got it. First down and goal. Touchdown, Spartans. The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Indiana is lighting up the scoreboard behind an offense that looks just about as good as we've ever seen in Bloomington. They're up by 18 over Michigan. for now, it's back to you fellas. But, of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
That's caught. It's Marshall. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
To the air, it's Duncan. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
The Bruins can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Fires to the middle. Finds the big tight end. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up at different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Gets rid of it. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his second PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Buys a little extra time. Got out of trouble and throws. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. Had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
To the air, it's Kinsey. Oh, they're after him. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. fourth down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. On the run, deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. He desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They'll leave it with him. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
On the ground, it's Ray. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
And great job getting in the backfield, making it very difficult to him to make reads and understand what the heck's going on, bottling them up. That's the biggest thing. When you play a running quarterback, you want to bottle them up. You want to set those edges really, really firm and make them turn back inside where all the big boys are coming, and you don't let that speed get to the outside.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving, and they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And it's nice to be an offense coordinator and go, all right, run it. Like, run it again. Run it again. 5 straight runs, moving the sticks, all easy, high percentage runs.
There he goes. Powers through. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19.